Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, guys? Hello. Hello, this is boring forever. Can you type someone on the chat if you can hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Okay, I think I see Jude. Okay, I'm kinda sleepy, but yeah. What's up, everyone? Here we are in GGWP. So today our stream will be about Heroes of Holdem. So they were bringing us, the squad D were bringing us the gameplay of Heroes of Holdem. I don't know if you have started playing it, but I know it will share. It already shared on our game test. For tonight, if you want tips and tricks about the game, you can ask because we have a guest for tonight. So we have a guest. So you can ask questions about the game, how to play, how to get started. So just ask, guys. So let's call in our host for tonight, the squad D. So I know the host will be Ward and Vinso. Okay, where are you? Where are you guys? Join me. Okay, hello.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi
What's
GT
up?
community.
What's up?
Hello
What's up?
guys. Hi.
Hi
Uh,
Boring.
what's up with your weekend?
Hi Ate Boring.
Yeah, grinding gap or just playing our game test? I know we have a lot of game tests. Are you already finished with your game tests with the other games?
Yeah, okay, I will start first. Hi guys, I am Vinsu and I will be one of the hosts of our game GGWP tonight. And for us on what's going on our end, it's a little bit husky when we are playing the game test. And hopefully, I can play it more this weekend. So, how about you, Ward?
Hello guys. I'm Ward and I am also one of your hosts for tonight. And for the weekend, I'm actually more of resting because it's been really a tough week since I have some work and other stuff to do. But I will definitely catch up for our game test since we have a lot in line. So also this one I have to understand the game more since I'm not really particularly good at card games like this.
What can you share about the game? Let's talk about the game.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys. When it comes to playing our newly game called Heroes of Holdem, I am trying to, learning a lot when it comes to poker, since this game is all about uh, a game that we can use on like a daily. If you love playing poker, something like that. If you are one of the familiar, what if you are a player who is familiar of this kind of mechanics on playing poker, that will be good for you, and hoping that you will also love playing Heroes of Hold'em. So yeah. So how about you, Ward?
Um yes. So Heroes of Hold'em is actually a poker game, but it has a twist since it's you can say it is also a role playing game. So since you get to play other roles and do stuffs like having different kind of skills and your heroes have different kinds of stats. So aside from the poker itself, it is also actually interesting because they put up different genres together and it is basically um, a good game for those who understand poker.
Yeah, it is really kind of a game that we are need to explore, right? Since this kind of game is
Yeah.
something new on me. Definitely, since it has a twist like abilities of heroes, something like that, and we also like the game features like they have a something like minions and other mode of playing. Like for example, on our screen, we can see the different type of games. We have the tournament, the YGG game day, the players, and mini zombie, and the four players custom game. So yeah, so Ward, do we have any expectation on this game tonight? And how about if there are anything that you can share, like rewards or something like a giveaway for tonight? Yeah.
Yes, yes, we have a giveaway for tonight, and actually, you should do it briefly and right away now, since it will close. The registration for YGG Game Day will close at 10:20 p.m. SGT. So you only have around 9 minutes now to register and to be eligible to a $20 worth of dollar gems for 20 winners. And to do that, you need to screenshot that you have created account, register on YGG Game Day, and play the tournament. Either you win or you lose, and send your username in our Discord channel. So to play the game, we have the links provided at our Discord chats. It is beta.heroesofholdem.com. So yeah, guys, you should register now, since we have very limited time now, and there you should join so that you can get a hold of that
Jeez,
$20.
that's really amazing, Ward, for having a giveaway for our game called Heroes of Holdem. Are you guys excited to deep dive on our game? And hopefully, on this game night, you should also check our events on the YGG game testers. For example, yeah, the giveaway that we are launching tonight, the YGG game day. And also, we also have the GT Arena, upcoming GT Arena, and more likely a Ninmo for our game night. Okay, so yeah, for us to proceed on our deep diving on the heroes of Hold'em, I would like to ask: is there anyone here, a newbie or something like a new players on the pokers on our chat? Uh,
Me.
I think Ward is also one of the newbie uh on our game, and also boring. And you know guys, I'm also a newbie on this type of game. So hopefully you can yeah, you will have a patience on us as your host for tonight. So hopefully we can enjoy them. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. Okay. So everyone, if you are really love to do the game, you should register now, guys, since we have only a minute to launch the game, the YGG game
Yes.
days. So hopefully you can join us right now. Okay. Oh, so yeah, Ward, do you have any expectation on our gameplay tonight?
I think I would definitely expect to learn more about the game
Mm-mm.
mechanics, since it is really confusing and really hard to understand with what the tutorials have. If we only based on that
Mm-mm.
tutorial alone, it will really be hard to understand poker for a perspective of a new player. So I think we can have our
All right. Yeah.
guests now
So hey guys. Yeah.
join us so that we can,
Okay, all right.
yes,
Let's kick off with an
go. Yeah.
introduction of our special guest from the featured game Heroes of Hold'em, Rake. Yeah. So welcome, welcome, Rake. Hi.
Good evening. Good morning for me,
Good
but
evening.
good
Miss
evening.
Ray, good evening. PM,
So
PM.
how's your weekend for our game night?
I'm super excited for it. It's we got 69 players so far. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We look forward to showing you our game. Um, I know you kept telling people about poker, but we're
Mm-hmm.
actually sort of a
Yes.
combination game. We're kind of a trading card game, like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, that
Mm,
is mixed with poker, and as you said, an RPG. So you just need to know the poker
yes.
rules. You don't need to be a professional to excel at this game. You can just be a good gamer because there's lots of things outside of the actual traditional poker play that you can do in this game that you're gonna see.
And that's really amazing, Ray. So even if you are guys a not a poker pro or something like a familiar on the poker, yes, just like Rick said, the game is so much friendly as well on our players. So hopefully you can enjoy the RPG twist of the game. So yeah, Rick, can you tell us more about the tips and tricks on how can we play this game as a as a newbie or a beginner player? Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you really do have to kind of know how the rules of poker go. Like you said in the tutorial, it doesn't teach you how to play poker. However, there's plenty of assets you can go around and just Google the rules for Texas
Mm,
Hold'em poker, which is what we are, and it's really simple. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so I can sort of poke around the user interface here.
Okay, sure.
And
Okay.
there, all right. So after that, you're going to pick a character, a hero that you're going to use. You would click here to enter
mm,
your event. I'll enter it here as a thing. And then these are all free heroes that you get when you create an account. And these heroes can do different things. Much like a game like Hearthstone or whatever, they have different classes and have different styles of abilities. If you click on them and click edit profile, you can look and read what the powers and spells and stuff that they can cast are. These are locked in as the free players and can't be customized, but they have full profiles for
mm,
you. When you get later into the game and buy mystery heroes and use the breeding system, you'll create all these extra stronger heroes that are much crazier, and those are able to be customized where you can put different abilities in them and change the way you want to play it. That is where the real game starts to get very interesting. This is really an introduction to the game right here
yes.
with these free players. So you're going to look through your heroes, see which one does the coolest things that you like, or just which style you like most. I'm going to play the thief for this event. Um, the main rule set in this game that's different, if you're familiar with poker already, is that every time it's called a street. When you do a betting street, there's different areas in the hand where you bet. After each betting, you have a turn to play your abilities, and they do crazy things to the game, like change the cards on the board, or throw fireballs at people and do direct damage to them, or put debuffs on people like RPGs that do damage over time. Change cards in the hand. Do all these crazy things that you could never do in a real poker game. This the catch here is these abilities can only be played once per tournament. So you can't just throw them out willy
Mm,
nilly. You have to strategize and pick in your spots where you think that ability is going to be really good for you, because once you use it, it's gone. So it's basically a poker tournament from that way forward, and you use these different abilities and your equipment and your minions to battle and try to knock everybody out and be the last person standing. Your health in this game is traditionally what you would call your chips in poker. So you're dealing with your health pool, and it's represented much like a Diablo with a health globe. So you'll see when we get into game how all of that works. There are awesome custom skins and animations and everything for all the spells. It has a very big RPG feel, and it brings it to the poker card game. So it'll be really fun.
Yes, that's a great introduction for the game. Can we ask you a
Absolutely.
question? What is your Yes, what is your favorite hero ability, and how does it change the way poker is played, or how does it change the way this game is played?
Oh, that's a hard one because there's over 200 abilities, and I love them all because me and and Zabulus, the other co-founder, designed them all. But I think the my favorite, it's probably, let me show you it. It's probably the Necromancer ability, uh,
Mm,
Time of Madness.
everybody loves a
Time
necro.
of Madness. Where is it? Right here. On the river, which is the last card of the hand on the board, the final time you can play an ability.
Hmm.
You burn the entire board and replace all 5 cards with new ones. So people have been betting through the whole hand
Oh,
based on what was coming out, and then you use this ability and it
love
destroys
it.
those cards and puts 5 more down. It's extremely powerful. It's crazy. You could never do that in real poker. People would lose their minds
Yes.
because they're betting real money. But this is a free to play, play to earn game. So those type of effects actually just become super fun. Another thing to note is that you can
Yes.
see what your opponents are capable of doing under their little placard that has their hero with their name and stuff. There's a little bar that shows what abilities they have, so you'll never get caught by surprise by
Mm,
somebody doing this. You'll know that they can do it. It's just whether or not they're going to use it that at that time because they can only use it once. So you won't get caught off guard if you're paying attention.
nice. That's an OP and absolutely a great ability to have. So I think Vinsu has some question
Yeah,
as well.
so there are just like you said, Rick, there are a lot of heroes and abilities that we are looking for in this game, and yeah, maybe we can turn right the from losing game to a winning game if we are using those abilities. So the question is, how can we balance the luck versus the skills that we have from the heroes?
So poker is a game of skill and luck already on its own.
Mm-hmm.
There is luck in poker, but the
Yes.
skill involved in poker is knowing the math behind things and making the decisions that will normally work out. But in any given hand, crazy things can happen. They can hit the only card that would save them, and there's nothing you can do about that. Well, in this game, there is something you can do about that. If you have the right skills and the right abilities, you can protect yourself from that happening to you. If there are, like I showed you that Time of Madness, there are abilities that change just one card. So if you have that ability, you can play more aggressively against somebody, and even if they draw out on you and get lucky at the end, you'll be able to change that outcome, and they would have to get lucky on you twice. So you have to take the strategy of normal poker play and then add in what you're capable of doing and balance it against what your opponents are capable of doing and make the right decisions in that. So there's still going to be variance, there's still going to be luck, but unlike normal poker, you have a little bit more say here on whether that luck is going to stick around or you're going to be able to change it and make it better for you.
Yeah, I think that's understandable for the poker that we have, and most likely on the Heroes of Holdem, I am so interested on playing this game. Just like you said, heroes and abilities that are involved are so much twisting on on playing poker. So yeah, when it comes to ranking system, is there anything that you can share about the ranking system uh, on the game that we have?
Yes, there are seasonal leaderboards. They last for 2 weeks. Then they cycle every 2 weeks. They have prizes associated with them, both in game and
Mhm.
some tokens, sometimes some USD, sometimes and whatnot. There's a rating system. It's an ELO rating system. Everybody starts at 1,000 rating at the beginning of each season, and you go up and down in rating based on your performance in the tournaments, whether you win or lose them. You don't necessarily have to win first place. Winning is finishing at the money line, which means the top percentage of people that actually get paid out of a tournament. So if you have 80 people in a tournament like we have in this one, the top probably 12 to 15 or so are going to get paid. So you just have to make that line and you'll gain rating. The higher you go, the more rating you go. If you lose, you'll lose rating. It's much like any elo system in chess or League of Legends or any of those type of games. They just have tiers, and so the higher you get, the in your rating, the higher you are on the leaderboard for prizes. There's actually multiple leaderboards. There's one for rating. There's one for hero tokens earned. Hero tokens are what you earn as a prize when you do win these tournaments and events. And they are spent on buying chests, treasure chests that you open up and get more abilities and equipment and minions out of them. They're also used to breed new heroes. There's also a leaderboard for friend referrals and daily quest points. Daily quests are right here. You have little things that you
Mm-hmm.
complete each day. Complete a tournament here, recruit a new hero, buy a treasure chest, etc. And you get these points. At the end, you'll be rewarded in this season. It's hero tokens. That's a lot of hero tokens right there. 2,000 is quite a bit of hero. That's like a month's worth of playing. So that's a pretty large prize for winning first place there for doing these daily quests. Also, we have an airdrop
Mm-hmm.
for our tokens when we do launch live, and the more you for every 5 quest points you earn, you're going to earn 1 gem token airdrop for when we do go live. So it allows our beta players to sort of start earning stuff for when we go full live launch and they have a head start at launch. So those are our leaderboards and the rankings.
Great. Yes. That's great info, Rake. So actually, we also asked our community about what they thought about the games and if they have questions. So I think we can have a few questions here. So the first one would be, how did the team came up with the idea of mixing poker with hero abilities? And can you share any behind the scenes stories about the game
Yeah, we've been
developments?
building this game for 3 years. We just recently, in the past
Mm,
half year, sort of opened it up for beta gameplay and sort of let people know about it. We haven't even really started a marketing campaign. We're just the game finishes. We
mhm,
put our biggest and last content update in at the end of next week. It's a leveling system. We'll talk about that later, but that goes in then.
mhm,
So we've been building this for 3 years. I am a former professional Magic the Gathering player who played on Pro Tours across the world and whatnot. And so I'm very into the collectible card game scene my whole life. And Zabulus, who's not here right now, the other co-founder, is a big poker affiliate player uh, and, and and
uh-huh,
has been in the poker scene for a very long time. We met in an MMORPG actually called New World, and I talked about blockchain so much that he had an idea for this game, but it hadn't been fleshed out yet. And he was like, "Could we do anything with this?" And I told him, "Absolutely." And from there, we just took off and started creating a poker game that was much more like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone and stuff like that, because it fits perfectly in the Web3 space where players get to own their assets, because that's a collectible card game. All the things you own are NFTs, all the abilities, all the equipment, all the minions, all the heroes, all the skins, all that stuff. It's a trading card game, so it really fits well with Web3 tech.
mm. Great. That's a great story, actually. It's very inspiring to know that you have a friend like your co-founder that you you just share your thoughts and he shares your thoughts and you get to build a game like this. So I think we are on our way to start the game day now. So I think we can you can share us some insights
Sure,
while you're playing, since I think you're
I
also
am. I am.
registered, right?
There's a question here that says, "Is there an
All right.
effect on the chosen hero?" I think if I'm reading that, they're saying, "Does it matter what hero you choose?" Yes, the hero you choose determines what abilities you're able to
Mhm.
play. So they're all different. So yes, there's a difference and an effect on which hero you choose. It's going to determine the way you play the game.
Yeah. So yeah, Rick, I understand a lot of things that you shared to us. Really inspiring, especially for the heroes that we are looking for. So yeah. So since the YGG game day started, yeah, you can explain to us how to play as a part of the team on playing the Heroes of Holdem. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get a little minute countdown here. If you look on the table, we
Mm-hmm.
never really talked about minions or equipment. We talked about abilities. Equipment right here are just things that do special things for you automatically. You don't make choices. They happen when the game state is right. Like this gives you a 13% chance at the start of a hand pre-flop to see one card of your opponent's thing. So this happens or it doesn't. There's only a 13% chance. This could steal some life from people when they win pots next to you. Minions, this is a minion right here.
Uh-huh.
Minions are pets that are owned by people. This is M Hunter's YGG's bear. So it
Ooh.
has its own hand and plays at its own table. Actually, he's right there. We're at the same table. Oh no, this is Mr. Champion, not Mr. Hunter. Sorry. When they win a pot,
Right.
when they win a hand, a percentage of what they win is given to the person who owns them. So that's what a minion does. They're kind of like pets that play their own hands, and then they feed you some of the life that they win. Certain classes do better with pets than others.
Mhm.
I actually have no pets. If you look over here on the left here, minion health, I have no pets because I'm a thief and a halfling. That's my race and class, and they don't
Uh-huh.
really deal with pets. They deal with other things, abilities and stuff, and have hard stats that are higher than other people. So it's going around the table. People are making bets on this poker hand. Um, After I'm not in the hand anymore, so it's not popping up. This guy just played an ability called Root. It's up here in the top corner, and it made a bet that this guy has to call. So it's like forcing this person to call. So when he has a good hand, he thought he was winning, but he wasn't. This guy actually won. Nick. I think Nick is. Oh, this is Nick's minion. I think Nick has been playing for a few days now. I have seen Nick YGG at the tables every day for a while now. So I think he's a fan of the game.
I think he really loves playing
Yeah.
poker. The game
Yeah,
itself, the Heroes of Holdem.
yeah, he's been in the game every time that I've logged in. I've seen him. I've been like, that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this hand.
I think it's very
I'm
interesting.
gonna play this hand, even though
Yes,
it's
sure.
not great. It's okay, just so that we can see the the abilities pop up. So I didn't have any
Mhm.
abilities that can be played. They can only be played on certain times, certain or whatever. So I didn't have any abilities that can be played uh, at that time. But when they can be played, they pop up. My abilities are mostly like save you abilities. Like if I were to lose the hand, they sort of give me a last chance to get it out of them. That's kind of what a thief is. Someone who steals pots or it gets away from dangerous situations. If you can see this little visibility thing, that means I can see this card and no one else at the table can. I saw it early because I have
Ooh.
this equipment that says 40% chance during the river to have the river revealed to you on the turn. This is the turn. The first three cards is called the
Ooh.
flop. This is the turn, the fourth card, and the last card is called the river. And so I got to see both of these cards at
Mhm.
once, and everybody else is still only seeing this. So it gave me information ahead
Yeah,
of time about what's going to happen.
that's a great
Mm-hmm.
equipment to have.
Ray, is it a disadvantage if you don't have a minion on your hero, or is it not because there are a lot of abilities and equipment you have?
There, there's so every hero is balanced by a certain number of points invested into them, and so they're all basically equal strength. So if you don't have more minions, your points are invested elsewhere. Like you may have more health to start the event with, or you may have more abilities to it. So it really depends on what you want to do. Some players like to have a lot of minions and hope that those minions win hands and feed them life and they get ahead kind of quickly. But when it comes to the final table, they have less abilities to play when you're at the very end. So you have to make a decision strategically on how you want to play. I have chosen to play without minions and instead have the this class of thief actually has some um, passive abilities that you don't see in here. One is called pickpocket, which means if I lose a hand, there's a 25% chance that I'll steal 25% of that pot and stay in the hands and get it back, even if I get knocked out. So it's like a really defensive ability that you would see on your hero page when you're checking the stats of the hero that isn't really displayed here. So I have these powerful passive abilities in my thief class, and to offset that, I don't get to play with minions. So that's sort of, I've chosen that route. Now, if I wanted to play with minions, I would choose to play a necromancer or a cleric because those are the two strongest minion classes. They have the most minion points available to spend, and they have abilities that will buff their minions and make them stronger. So it's really, you're choosing the strategy you want to play. When I chose a thief, I chose to play a defensive strategy.
Yeah, so it is very informative that we are looking here, since we have a lot of things we can do on the table that we are choosing in, especially on the hero's ability and equipments that we have on the heroes. So yeah, Rick, since we are getting into the game, can you also explain that basic tips if we are looking on the side of poker? Since yeah, most
Sure.
of us are newbie when it comes to this game, and hopefully, yeah, yeah.
This hand is a good example of that. This is one of the best hands in the game. It's not necessarily aces and kings and queens would be better than this, but ace king is one of the best starting hands you can have because it's high. So I raised it early on because I have an advantage over what I think they would have. Now I also had my spyglass go off, so I know one card that they have. So I had even more information. So I knew my hand was almost certainly better. The only way his hand was better than mine is if this card is a 9 also, but then the flop came out and that doesn't matter. Like I 100% know I'm winning this right now because there's no card this could be that would beat me because there's no 9 on the board and I have a pair of kings here. So he had 9-6, which actually is nothing. So I have a feeling this person needs to learn how to play poker. Just didn't understand, but that's cool. I mean, I understand. But I knew I had him beat before we even went to the end because I could see one of his cards and compare it to what was on the board, and he couldn't beat my pair of kings. So that's where you get all this extra information here. You certainly you have to know how to play poker to know whether you're ahead or not. Um, but basically, the game is about learning the hands. Ooh, this is a really good hand. 10, 10, 10, right? There's 3 10s. So learning the hand structure and then just pressing your advantages. Like when you're ahead, you want to bet. And when you're behind, you don't want to stay in the hand. You want to leave if you know that you're behind. Um, this this thing right here, this red thing, it goes around the table. Every hand it moves to the right one. It's called the button, and it's what it does is it forces betting so that so that people just don't fold forever until they get a good hand. This is called the small blind, and this is called the big blind, and it's a forced bet, 1 left and 2 left of the button each hand, and then everyone else has to call those or raise them. So it just makes, and it goes up as time goes on. See, in 2 minutes, right now it's 100, 200 health. In 2 minutes, it's going to be 200, 400. So it just progresses the game forcefully so that we don't just all stall till the end of time until we all have the best hands at all times. So you really have to keep in mind how much health you have versus what the blinds are and how long you can survive them to sort of determine when you want to get into these hands. What is good enough for you to play at that given time. So you do need to learn a bit of poker to play poker, but it's really anyone can learn poker in like 2 hours. To get really good at poker can take you a lifetime, but you can learn the rules of poker and understand it within like 2 hours. And once you do that, you'll understand this game completely because all of the abilities tell you exactly what they do in terms of poker.
Yeah, so yeah, that's understandable, Rick. So yeah, when it comes to playing the poker, it is really need to have a time, yeah, for us to more become a familiar. And also, while learning the poker, we also have enjoying the game with a heroes that we are using for our every game on each table that we are looking for. So yeah, so we can now go to the questions of our community using the hashtags of heroes of Holdem questions. So so the question coming from Skimid YGG Tilt Way. Why do minions not summon in the table and still lose the HP? Since he is playing cleric and he is confused.
Because this, if you look in the top left here, this is a multi-table tournament. You only have 5 people sitting at your table, but
Mhm.
there's 98 human players in this tournament, and if you add all their minions together at the start, there's 392 players and only 6 people at each table. So
That's a lot.
this
Mhm.
this tournament has like 70 tables going on right now. So your minions, if they're losing health and you don't see
Mhm.
them, it's because they're at another table playing. Uh, they may be at your table, but they're not always at your
Um,
table. They're at another table in the tournament playing, and if they win over there, they'll still give you your life. They don't have to be sitting at your table to give you life, but they may get beaten and knocked
mhm.
out in other tables. Another thing to know is anytime a player is knocked out, all of their minions are also eliminated. A minion can't survive without its hero being alive. So right now, we started out with 392 players, including minions. We're down to 182. So we've lost half of our field at the moment. Most of them, most of
Mhm.
them are minions because we started with 98 humans and we're down to 85 humans in the top left. And it pays. The prize pool for this uh, in hero tokens pays out to 30th place. So you need to make top 30 to gain rating and to gain hero tokens from playing this.
All right. So we have another question here from Clearfee. So he said, "How did you choose Say as the network of Heroes of Halden?"
We had a pretty good relationship with their the global gaming lead, and through talking to them a lot, they have a big push going on with the gaming sector of their. That's really what they're sinking a lot of money into to try to promote their gaming, and so we wanted to take advantage of that and come on board while they were pushing and doing advertising for gaming for it. On top of that, Say has possibly the fastest transaction speeds for layer ones, and so that's extremely important for
Uh-huh.
gaming, especially if you want to obfuscate the Web3 side and sort of and keep it in the background. You want instantaneous transactions, and the gas fees are extremely low, which is also not prohibitive for gamers. So those two things are really important for the user themselves. Um, and so just yeah, we wanted to take advantage of their push for gaming, and we felt that their transaction and gas feeds and speeds were ideal for gamers and the users themselves to be able to use.
Great. So another question from Psycho of GNC. Is there's since we are currently on web-based or browser-based game, is there a mobile version
We
for the game,
are
or is it
we
in
are
work?
developing a mobile client in parallel with all this to be
Uh-huh.
released. It's a ways off. However, there is obviously it is a browser, so you can play it on a tablet or a mobile on it as well. It's not a client based on that, but we have several of our regular players who play on mobile. There is a downloadable client for your PC though that you can get. It's hosted in our Discord channel, and you just download the program for a laptop or a PC, and then you don't have to load any animations. You just instantly log in, and it's its own little app, and you're 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 in the game immediately instead of having to do that 30 to 45-second load of all the animations and artwork before your first game. So that's where we're on that. We definitely want to have a mobile client, hopefully by Q3.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, since that's actually great since actually most of our community are
Hmm.
mobile based and would like to actually understand more of the game by playing it, and making it accessible is a way to
Yes.
do it. I think yes, I think Winsu has some more questions
Sure.
from the
Okay,
community.
yeah, Rake. So since we are playing definitely a different heroes in the uh game, is there any spell coming from this question is coming from NXS Mao YGG, and his question is what are the spells that can change the cards on the table? Since I think they are quite curious about changing cards, even if you have a loose hand cards and it change. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. I think this person might actually be at the table with me right now. The NXC or whatever. That might be the same person. But he's if it is, he's playing a thief right now, and a thief does not actually, like I am, does not actually have any abilities that can change the cards. It's based around saving yourself when you lose pots, and as I can see, he's already used those. So he's done that so far. But as far as card abilities that change cards, those are mostly relegated to three classes, which is the Necromancer, the Wizard, and the Druid. And so the Necromancer has the most powerful of them. Like we showed you Time of Madness before, it changes all the cards. It also has Time of Uncertainty, which instead of changing the board cards, changes everyone's hold cards, both of them. Um, the Wizard has three abilities that can change cards. One is Illusion, which changes only the last card, River. One is Mass Transmutation, which changes one whole card from everybody. And one is Transmute Self, which changes only your whole cards. You discard your hand and draw two new cards. It's like a last ditch effort when you miss hitting your hand. And the Druid has an ability similar. See, my spyglass just went off. You heard it. It lit up, and now I can see two cards from everybody, or one card in each person's hand. The Druid has an ability just like the Wizards called Stone Shaper that changes the river, but it also has one called Reconstruct, which changes the turn. So you really have to play the right class if that's your goal, is to be able to change the cards. The other classes do different kinds of things.
Yeah. So everything has going on when it comes to dealing with abilities and heroes and choosing right turns and right abilities on your cards will definitely help. Yeah, yeah, right. So another question from the community, Crispy. Is there any information book for the debuff abilities, like what is the burning and hex to our hero or cards?
Yeah, I'm gonna paste it for you right now, and you can paste it to them or to your stream or wherever you want. This is
Mm-mm.
the white paper. And the white paper, this is actually the glossary page of the white paper, which is what has the definition of all of those keywords, all of those abilities and debuffs and buffs and whatnot. And also, the white paper also has information on every aspect of the game that you can figure it out. So it's all there for sure.
Oh yeah, guys.
Yes, the white paper is very informative. I've actually had a chance to browse some of them. So thank you for sharing that to us.
If if you have any information that you guys want to know more about the heroes of Hoden, just go through the white paper of the heroes of Holdem.gitbook.io, and you would love to know more about the game and will definitely help you for understanding the game. So yeah, Ray, since we are playing the poker, do you have any experience playing the tournament on the Hero of Holdem? Like very interesting story or change outcomes on the tournament that you play on the Heroes of Holdem.
Tournaments always end on it every single day. Tournaments end on crazy notes. Like you could get a new story every day. We have a professional poker player for a professional poker streamer named Grips on our team, their main game is actually poker on Twitch, and they have like 100,000 person follower and all that stuff. They're pretty popular, and he has made, if it's in our Discord community, it would be great for anybody who wants to learn how to play the game to join the Discord community. Just go to heroesofholdem.com. There's going to be a button there for you to be able to join the Discord. There's a whole section in there of play guides. He has made video, super entertaining too. Video play guides for everything you can think of in this game. A complete general overview, an overview of every ability in the game, ranking them in tiers, discussing them why, and then he has playthrough videos for each of the 7 free-to-play heroes, and then plenty of them for his own endgame heroes. And he'll discuss it the whole way as a professional poker player and give you the insight on what's going on and what the abilities are. It's super informative and super entertaining. Anyone who wants to learn this game should watch those videos for sure, because they'll give you. He's one of the best people you can learn from, and they're also super well edited and super entertaining. And you watch each of those playthroughs, and there's going to be multiple times where these abilities changed the outcome on the final table, and it's dramatic and funny. And sometimes you'll see hands where you're at the last table of the tournament, and which is called the final table, and people are fighting so hard over a hand that it's like ability played in one hand. They're back and forth just slinging spells, and the board's changing and cards are changing, and everyone's like, what's going to happen? And in the end, someone finally comes through, and often they were the person who was initially losing, and it's just super suspenseful and funny. This is such a good game to play with friends and be in voice with, because the stuff that happens, and you're just going to be laughing at each other the whole time. And it's just a really entertaining game.
So I think we should talk about briefly about the Web3 integration of the game and the possible potential earning mechanisms of the game. So, can you give us just a short, I think, just a brief explanation about the Web3
Sure.
aspect of the game?
Again, if you want to go a deep dive in all this stuff, it's all on the white paper. But I'll give you a quick overview on the screen. When you win these events, you win this token right here called the hero token. This token is used to buy chests or breed heroes, and eventually there will be tournaments. Every tournament's free to enter right now, but eventually there will be optional tournaments that you can enter that have a cost associated with them and have greater prizes. You win this token, you spend it, you get assets. The community owns the entire economy. There's a peer-to-peer marketplace in the game where people are putting up these are heroes, abilities, equipments, whatever, their stuff, because it's a trading card game to each other, and they can put them up for the gems token, which is our premium token that costs money. This is the one that you earn in game. This is the premium one that costs money. You can also put them up for Say token if you want to put them up for Say token, and you want to monetize that immediately. So these 2 tokens are required for various things in game to progress your account. This is actually a good hand, so I'm going to play it. I'm actually going to just go all in. So yeah, you earn this token, and this token only comes from winning events. We don't sell this token at all. This token is buyable, and you can buy chests with this too as well. Both of these tokens are required to breed. You need to use some of both to do your breeding, which is the only way you get the
Mhm.
most powerful heroes in the game. Uh, oh, let's see if he gets lucky on me. He did get lucky on me. That is brutal. I had a much better hand than him, but he got lucky. But I'm going to use one of my abilities here that I haven't used yet, a thief ability. I think I'm going to use this one because this one requires a minion to be at the table, and if I keep it to the end, there may be no minions, and I won't be able to use it. So what it does is it takes all the damage that I just lost in that hand, and it directs it to that minion. So I killed that minion and got all my life back. So when you breed a hero, uh, let's breed one just for example, really quickly. Uh, I'm just going to randomly recruit two things. I guess I'll fold out of the hand that I'm in. Uh, you're going to pay a hero token cost for each hero based on how many times have you recruited the hero before. You can only recruit heroes 5 times, and it doubles each time you cost, so it gets pretty high tokens. And you need this. You have to breed in order to get competitive heroes for the end game. There's different tiers of heroes: iron, bronze, gold, ruby, diamond. So you have to breed multiple generations to get up to the high tier. And then this is a flat fee every time that you do it in the premium token. So this token is extremely important for breeding endgame heroes. And when we're on chain, this token will be able to be freely tradable between players. So people who want to breed a lot of heroes are going to have to buy this token from other players because you won't be able to earn enough to satisfy the amount of breeding that you want to do if that's your goal, is to breed the top end heroes. So it's a completely free market, and you're going to be trading to the other players, and it's the token that you earn is only earned through winning games, and that means that there's only so much of a supply of it, and so cost prohibitive to breed the best heroes. Your token that you earn in this game is going to be in demand for the people who are trying to be really competitive, or the people who are just having a big stable of heroes and wanting to supply the market with heroes. They're going to need to buy hero from the player base in order to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's definitely informative, and yeah, I think thank you, Ray, for all the things that you shared to us and for our community, and hopefully we could have another more things to know more about the P2A on the game. So yeah. So I will also inviting all of our community to join the campaign that we have on the Heroes of Holdem. Yeah, right. Award and
Yes, I think we should invite them to play the game and be part of the ongoing play to airdrop campaign of them. So I think we can head over to provide our feedback, the both of us, Vinsu, since um we don't have much time left. So I think I should go first. For the game, it is really interesting. Even though I don't know much about poker, it is very interesting to the point that since it has the RPG mechanics of RPG mechanics in the game. So I think one of the best thing that the game can offer would be um, absolutely the trading card mechanics, and also the way um, each abilities and equipments are used inside the game. So I think it would be a great as what Drake said, it would be great to play with your friends, since you get to laugh about mistakes and also how the game progresses. I think that's what make the Heroes of Odin great to play. How about you,
yeah, I
Vincent?
think we can we can ask Rick for his last words on our community. So yeah, Rick.
Hi. Well, thanks again for showing the game. I just got destroyed by one of your players, so congrats to him. Uh, yeah, it's real quick. Even if you don't know poker, you could learn that by going to YouTube and watching a 15-minute video. You can learn the simple rules to it, and then come play this. It's completely free. You can earn your way up, or you can get involved higher than that. We do have great rewards both through your campaign and through just the game itself, as well as airdrop campaigns. Um, Game is completely addictive. We've had players that play this game 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, like every day for the past 8 months. We are introducing our biggest content update to date next week. That will be a leveling system that will allow you to level your assets, and then the game is complete and ready to go on chain. So our goal is to have everything launched, by the end of spring. And so during that whole time, we will still be giving out prizes and letting people farm airdrops and whatnot. So super fun, excited. Come in and go to heroesofholdem.com and definitely follow the socials and join the Discord community where we have 30 or 40,000 players in there that will give you all the guides I talked about, answer all your questions that you might have for the game, and you'll be able to download that downloadable client if you want the game to load a lot faster at that point.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Rick. So I think we're really on top of the hour, and we have Ate Boring here. So I think she had some things to say for us.
Hello, hello. So thank you, Rick, for guesting on our GGWP, and I hope we will see you again here. Next time, maybe you will share more games. I know that the Heroes of Holden has a lot to offers, and maybe there's a lot of updates on the future. So thank you for dropping by. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap for our today's stream, our GGWP stream. So thank you so much to our guest tonight, and thank you so much to our hosts, Ward and Binsu, for sharing their insights about the game. And also thank you to our community, because I know some of you didn't play poker, and I know there's what is that, some hero to choose, and yeah, and spells to know. So thank you guys for being active on our Discord and sharing your questions. So thank you. And guys, don't forget to follow Heroes of Holden Twitter. So right now we're flashing the Twitter account of Heroes of Holden, and
Mhm.
also there's all the giveaway. I mean the airdrop campaign that already shared a while ago. So join in, guys. So that's it. And don't forget our Ninmu, and GT Arena. There will be GT Arena for Heroes of Holdem, and I think that's $1,000 on gems. Yeah, join in, guys. Don't forget about that. And yeah, Ward and Bean. So, do you have your socials to share in our community? Hello.
Y- Yeah. So hi guys. For my social, you can follow me on the Twitter xbinsu and my guild Garsong Shai. Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at wordtz with the double Y, and yeah, you can join us in Zeroing.
Yeah, join us. You can also join my guild, guys, if you want to join it, if you don't have a guild. So don't forget to follow our YGG socials on Twitter, on Facebook, and don't forget to always check the official channels. That's why right now, follow the official link, or I mean official Twitter account of Heroes of Hold'em, because we might following the unofficial. So always check the one you're following, maybe. Yeah, so nowadays there's a lot of scams. Always follow on our official links. And also, don't forget follow our Game Tester Twitter. So follow. And also my socials. If you want to follow me, Boring Forever, in my Twitter and on my YouTube. So that's it for our GGWP stream, and see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Guys, are you still
guys.
there?
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.